Welcome to the Something Ain't Right podcast. This is Kevin.
Logue.
We're three guys who are just being dudes, and Wikipedia is our dictionary. Unfortunately, Freddie can't be with us today yet again, but hopefully next week we get his return and he'll maybe share why. Just know it is some personal matters, but make sure to check out our socials, which are listed in the description below. Like, follow, subscribe, comment. Just go show the love. So, Log, we didn't do an episode last week, so why don't we start off with just apologizing for that? We had some complications. Fred was dealing with his personal issues. You were dealing with something yourself. I also could not attend, so that falls on all three of us. So we do apologize for that, but we are back. We are gonna be more consistent, and we just want to say thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. We suck, man. We missed a week. We're kind of
Yeah,
shitty for that.
hey,
We
it is.
suck.
It is what it
Hey, but
is.
yeah, we're human. We're human. We all got our things.
We're not. We're
But
not
yeah,
gonna be
happy to be
missing
back.
anymore like that.
Watch, we'll miss next week and the following.
No, we ain't gonna do it like that. But a
No, it's
lot,
good to be back though.
yeah, definitely is. But a lot has happened since we last spoke and had a podcast. I don't know if you saw or not, but there was a big riot in New York City. Technically, I guess, incited by and started by a popular Twitch streamer named Cenat.
Yeah, I did see it. My cousin actually hit me up and he was like, he said I'd never heard of the dude to be honest, but I did see like some crazy shit happen in New York. So my cousin hit me up, like I said, but I had to like watch a video and read about it. Like, bro, motherfuckers are crazy in this world. Like, I saw the video and the one dude just went up to a car and just punched it straight on the back. Like, obviously there was people jumping on it shit, but like this one dude didn't even look like he belonged there. And he's like looking around. He's like, yeah, I might as well punch this car.
Yeah,
Bop,
dude, he
punches the
has
back.
He has 6.5 million subs on Twitch, 4 million on YouTube. They're
Oh shit.
saying they're saying that over 2,000 people showed up for this meet and greet. He was giving something away. Um, and then NYPD sent over 1,000 officers to handle the situation. There was 65 arrests. 30 of those arrests were underage minors. There was at least 9 people injured. There was a 17-year-old that was wounded by a firework. I guess somebody shot a firework at him or something. And there was at least 3 officers injured. One was severely beaten.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude, as you were saying, there's some
He's 20,
crazy
he's 21
videos.
years old. Yeah, he's 21 years old. So his fan base is probably all young fucking
Probably all
idiots.
youngins, yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, he was actually there's a couple videos of him like doing the right thing. Like there's this video of this girl having like a panic attack and she's literally like sitting down, like can barely breathe, and he's like talking to her, trying to calm her down, telling her to breathe, breathing deep with her and stuff. And then there's another video like there's like a little kid and he has the little kid like on his back and he's like trying to get her to like a safe place. So like even though he technically incited it by inviting that many people there and
Yeah.
not having a permit for it, like he wasn't when the word incite is used, I don't want people to think he was out there like promoting violence. Like he was trying to stop it and do the right thing, but
Yeah. The
when
people
you
just
when you
took
have
over.
2,000 immature underage people together, it's not going to lead to good things.
Some scary shit, bro. I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw, but you talking about him helping like the kids made me think of the other night. I was watching the Phillies and like one of the kids at the game, they did like the meet and greet with the players. And like one of the little like 5-year-olds, he was crying on the side of the base. Like he was like on the dugout like area. He was crying. And Bryce Harper went over and he got split up from his family. And like Bryce Harper like escorted him back to his family, like went up into the stands and like got him back to like where he needed to go. Like it was like before the game. But
What?
like
No,
they
I
got
didn't see
pictures, yeah.
that.
And the kid like the commentators put it perfectly because they were like, yo, the kids doesn't realize like how awesome of a moment this is, but like that's pretty dope. Like,
Hell yeah.
like Bryce, yeah, Bryce just like helped them out. It was cool.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. But yeah, the
But
Kai Cenat thing is crazy. He's being charged with 2 accounts of inciting a riot. His trial will be, I wrote it down here somewhere. Oh, August 18th. So we
I
should
mean,
have
what
in a
did he
couple
think
weeks
was
more
gonna
info on
happen?
that.
he's like, oh, let me invite these people out and say I'm
Dude,
gonna
he
give
was
some
giving away
PlayStations
like
away.
PlayStations or something. Yeah, PS5s. Like when you invite 2,000 people and start giving out PS5s, you don't think anybody's gonna try to like steal that and it's gonna like cause a riot and like because I think that's what happened. I think somebody tried to steal the PlayStation from the winner. I could
Yeah,
be wrong about that. I could just be making that up, but that's what I heard. Um, dude, crazy
would
situation.
you
There's
would you have gone?
nah, dude. I don't even know who it is. I mean, if it's like a celebrity I know, maybe, but like I've heard of him before. I've when I go on YouTube, I see his clips and stuff when I'm going through YouTube Shorts, but like it's not like I go search for his content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not. I probably. I mean, there's probably people there that weren't even fans of him, or like, do you think that they were all just dedicated fans?
A lot of them probably were. There probably were some
Yeah,
people that just saw like a mass amount of people and were like, I'm
yeah.
following
We're like,
that.
oh, let me wander. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. And then people started fucking breaking car windshields and
that's
shit.
why
Yeah.
the video I saw. I swear that guy was like shopping with his girl on that day in New York City, and was like, oh, I might as well punch this car because nobody's gonna say shit to me. Everybody else is doing it.
Well, dude, there's a there was a video of a cop like slamming this kid's head through like a back window of a car. Like it broke the
Jesus
window, dude.
Christ, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fucking crazy. A bunch of fights and shit too. Speaking of fights,
Speaking of
dude,
fights.
are you gonna say the same thing I'm gonna say?
I was talking about the fucking Jake Paul Nate Diaz fight.
Yeah, dude. I stayed up for it last night, ended up falling asleep because dude, it was taking forever. I fell asleep the fight before, but this morning I went and I rewatched the fight. It was interesting, man. It was definitely interesting.
I
I was impressed with how good Jake Paul looked. Not
yeah,
that he looked great, but he definitely looks better every time he steps into a ring.
yeah, the stat line. I saw the like percentage chance of like who was gonna win. Like way, I think I saw like a week ago, and it was like I want to say 70-30, like favoring Nate Diaz.
No, I don't think so. Because at the time of the fight,
No,
Jake Paul was minus 550.
so he was the favorite.
Yeah, by a lot. I mean,
Oh, jeez.
Diaz isn't a boxer, and he's tough as shit, dude. I mean, I've watched that man get his face pounded in and just keep fighting. It's like he's tough as shit, but
Wikipedia is my dictionary, so
that's facts.
I
But yeah,
never got
nah,
into
dude.
boxing, honestly. I've seen like the Conor McGregor fights and shit like that, and the Floyd Mayweather fights, but
No,
I
I
didn't
like a
catch it
good
last night.
boxing
I just
match,
heard
dude.
talk about it.
Like you didn't watch the Wilder Tyson Fury fights?
Now,
Dude, those fights are crazy.
I've seen Rocky.
That last fight was nuts.
You ever seen Rocky?
Yeah, dude, a long time ago. I just watched Creed 1 for the first time recently. I
Oh,
want to
good
watch
movie.
Creed. I'm gonna watch Creed 2 soon.
Yeah, good movie.
But yeah, dude, I mean, Jake Paul just straight up outboxed him, which I mean, kind of expected. Jake Paul's been training boxing for like 3 years now, and Nate Diaz is a UFC guy, which I get it's still combat sports and he still has hands, but he's not a
Yeah,
boxer at the end of the
that's
day.
two totally different sports.
I also saw that Drake bet 250,000 on Nate Diaz, so he's out 250K. And the tweet he put out was like a screenshot of the slip for 250K to win 1 million. And he said, I know he's not like something along the lines of I know he's not a boxer, but the way I was raised, you never bet against the Diaz brother. Like, brother, the way you were raised, I know Nate Diaz is 38, but he's been fighting for 18 years. Like, Drake, you're 36, bro, something like that. Like, you were 18, like, you were raised already. What do you, I don't know. I didn't get that, but he's out 250K.
He tweeted that.
Yeah, dude. It was something
God,
along those lines.
I heard him putting money on like something crazy like last year or something. I forget what it was, a Super Bowl or some shit.
Dude, he's a
I think he
big
put a lot of
gambler.
money. Yeah, like scary,
Big gambler. I just
scary.
saw a clip of him playing roulette, and he has the owner of the casino on the phone, and he's joking around like it's rigged, and he's like, "Come on, I need an 11 right here. Like I know you have the power to give it to me." And the owner's like, "I'll see what I could do." And the ball literally bounces down and then bounces backwards. Like it's bouncing forward a little bit, bounces backwards out of nowhere, hits 11. And Drake starts going crazy because that's exactly what he asked for.
Yeah.
And then since it's like on stake doc, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, so I'm not going to say it. But if it's on that website, it pops up how much you won, and it said $12 million on the one hand of roulette.
It's just that means he had like because it's like 36 to
Yeah,
1 on
it's
the
like
roulette.
36 times what you bet, but that's also not the only number he bet on, dude. So he even though that he hit for
True, yeah.
even though he hit for 12
He
million,
could have
he
been out
that
like 8 million, yeah.
that means he at least probably had a million on the board. You know what I
He
mean?
had to have. Nah, he's probably out like 700K, hit his number that he had fucking like 400K
But dude,
on.
he's got to be close to a billionaire.
Yeah, he's up there with his mills.
With all his music, and back in the day he had like
If
Sprite
he's just
ads
throwing
and
like he's using 250K on the fight last night, like I use like a roll of toilet paper to wipe my butt. Like
dude, it's crazy. He's got to be close to a billion. I mean, not that Nicki Minaj would know, but Nicki Minaj said not too long ago, like she was in an interview and she's like, "Yeah, I always ask Drake, like, you're the only billionaire I know that doesn't want people to know he's a billionaire.
is your camera tweaking on your end?
Why?
Because it like you were just like fully red and black and looked like a demon on my screen.
I don't think so. I mean,
Like I'm
I was
telling you,
shaking my legs, so it might have been like jiggling a little bit. Like,
no, like your whole color just went fully red and it looked kind of scary, to be
nah,
honest.
I don't think so. I mean,
Uh,
when I edit this later, I'll run it back and take a look.
my version's gonna be like the zombie version.
Dude, I'm interested to see who Jake fights next though. He's never done a rematch before. So I don't think it'll be a Diaz. Um, so I'm kind of interested to see who it'll
Maybe
be.
he'll fight. Maybe he'll fight Tim Anderson.
Well, I think maybe he will, dude. Did you see that? Did you see that, dude?
I, I'm surprised to see that in our day and age.
For
Like
those
just
that
two
don't
guys.
know, Jose Ramirez, also known as Ramy, on the Cleveland Guardians, was sliding into second base, and Tim Anderson, who was covering second base, went to tag him. I forget if he was called out or safe, but I believe he was called out. And for some reason, Jose Ramirez took exception to something. And when he got up after sliding, he's getting in Tim Anderson's face, pointing in his face, and Jose Ramirez like yelling at him. Soon enough, Tim Anderson squares up, puts his guard up, ready to fight. So Jose Ramirez starts swinging. The ump that was originally trying to break it up saw them square up and step back, like, all right, I'm gonna let you guys duke it out.
Right.
And I don't know if you saw the clip or not, but Jose Ramirez started throwing no look hooks, just head straight to the ground, gunning hooks over his head. And yeah, dude, he put little Timmy down.
Like, dude, there was like three White Sox players there for Tim Anderson. Like the second baseman came over, or that was Pete. Tim Anderson is the second baseman, or he's a shortstop.
Pretty sure he shortstop.
Yeah, if probably shortstop covering second. That he was dead safe on the throw, but I think Ramirez was pissed because like the way, like he was dead safe, and Anderson like went to put the tag on like excessively late and just smacked him straight in the head, like with like pretty like it didn't look like it was like a little hit. So he must have. I think Ramirez turned up and probably said something, and then a
Well,
couple
dude, he threw
exchange
that.
words.
It ended up he threw that no look hook. I don't know if you saw that. Just head straight to the
Yeah,
ground.
well, that was the last
Fucking
punch because he got him at one of them.
dude caught him clean. And like I know little Timmy was like, ooh, and then just fell to the ground. Like,
He's because he's not big at
dude,
all.
you
He
could
looked
just
like
see it. Like he's like fully there, and then just for a split second, he's like limp, and then like he's like back there. It's only like a split
Yeah,
second, but dude, you could see it. He's gone for like a half second.
yeah, like his soul left his body
Yeah,
for a
dude.
little bit.
Well,
I
then
just think it's crazy. The dude had three guys from the White Sox helping him, like trying to break it up, and then Ramirez just gets off this mega punch.
dude. Well, he played today, Jose Ramirez. I,
He's back.
dude, I saw somebody on Twitter bet that his first plate appearance would be hit by pitcher or walk. So it was like plus 950.
Were they playing the White Sox again?
I think the series is
Or
still
is it probably
going.
a different series?
No, I think the series is still going. It's
I would have bet.
yeah, they're playing the White Sox right now.
I would have did the old Drake bet. Did 250K on him not getting hit by a
I
pitch.
mean, why not, right? If you got it like that. But yeah, dude, that's pretty gnarly. We haven't seen anything like that probably since Jose Batista got pieced up by fuck Odor, but
There's been a couple scuffles, but nothing. Yeah, nothing where like two guys are like they just drop the gloves in hockey and they're ready to fight.
I mean, dude, the Jose Batista one was, but I mean, even that you're going back like 7 years, and then before that, I don't think there's one for like 10 years. So you're talking about
Most
the
of the
only
most
two
of the
times.
stuff like it's about to like blow up and then it just like fizzles out, you know.
Yeah, well, because people usually aren't actually about it. But yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I mean, seeing that, it got me thinking about like crazy other fights that like have happened in sports history. So like I was thinking about Malice at the Palace, dude. I don't know if you remember that. That shit was crazy.
Malice at the Palace.
Yeah, dude. For those that don't know, um, Ron Artest, who later changed his name. Some of you might know him as Meta World Peace, but Ron Artest, uh, late in the game, like last minute, puts a hard foul on Ben Wallace. And for those that don't know, Ben Wallace is a bad motherfucker. And so after the hard foul, Ben Wallace obviously doesn't like it, gets up in Ron Artest's face. There's some pushing, there's some shoving. Out of nowhere, in comes flying a beer from the crowd, and Ron Artest just completely lost it. Went into the crowd and just started beating the absolute brakes off this dude that threw the beer at him. The only problem is Ron Artest was wrong and he beat up the wrong guy. So this random dude just caught an ass whooping from Ron Artest because
It's
somebody else threw a beer.
because he looked up and everybody said
Facts, dude.
it wasn't me.
Facts. I mean, and dude, and there was like multiple people that were getting beat up. Like, then there was a fan. There's actually a documentary on Netflix about it. It was pretty good. I watched it a little while ago. But then there was a fan. He was just walking down the court, but like not on the court. He was just walking down like in front of the benches. He was just trying to get to the other side of the arena. And he comes across, I forget who it was, Steven Jackson, maybe. And the guy like he's just walking, and next thing he knows, Jackson's right there, dude, and he looks at him and they lock eyes. And I mean, Jackson's a bad motherfucker too, and he's huge. So the dude gets scared. He like jumps a little bit like this, but when he jumps, it looks like he's putting his hands up. And without hesitation, Steven Jackson just fucking whops him, dude. Just whops him. Dude fucking like stumbles around, dude. And he was like, there's a documentary on Netflix. He's in it. He talks about it. Yeah, dude. He's like, I was just trying to get to the other side of the court, and he thought I was
Somebody
trying to
was
fight him.
yeah.
He's like, I don't know why I'd try to fight him. Like, but dude, yeah, he just got knocked, dude.
That's so funny. The Malice at the Palace. What a
Yeah,
name.
dude. And it had a cool ass name like that.
Yeah, that's a good
The
name.
Bad Boy Pistons.
Top one on my list for that, or the first one that came to mind, should I say, is the Andre Johnson versus Cortland Finnegan fight in
Dude, that's a good
2015.
one. I remember that one. That's a good one. Dude, Cortland Finnegan like took his helmet off just to get like bullied by a bigger
I
dude.
I was actually watching that game live,
I think
And
I was too, or a red
yeah,
zone or
it was like
something.
I think I for some reason I think it was like a Monday night or like a Thursday night because like who else is gonna watch a Texans versus Titans game? You
Nah,
know?
it definitely was Sunday daytime,
Yeah,
but yeah, dude, because I remember it being daytime.
maybe it
But
was like an important game though or something, right?
but I think no, I mean we only lived a few blocks away. I think that's just the time. That's the only game that was probably on TV.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah, but I remember like the play because they were at the bottom of the screen and the play was like totally on the opposite side of the field. They did
Well,
like a
yeah, it
screen
was
pass.
over. It happened over like a course of like 3 plays, dude,
Yeah, they were
before the
going at it.
actual fight.
Yeah, going at it, going at it, going at it, and then like they ran a play to the top of the screen, and like they followed the play out, and then it like, and then like the camera goes down to the bottom, and they start talking about it. They're like, "Oh, what's going on over here?" And they go down, and Andre Johnson has Cortland Finnegan by the face mask, just like throwing him around like a rag doll.
Dude, yeah, it was dude, that fight was nuts. Well, because
Way
dude,
too long.
Andre Johnson was huge, dude.
Huge.
Like
And
he's a
Cortland
big
Finnegan,
dude.
Finnegan's was, he's like small for
Yeah, I mean he's skinny because he's a corner. He's got to be fast, but like,
what?
yeah, man, that was funny. Well, Cordon Finnegan's always been like a little fucking shithead. Like he's that dude. He's Marcus Smart, Patrick Beverly. Like he's supposed to be get under your skin. You know what
Yep,
I
I was
mean?
just gonna say, get under your skin type of guy.
Yeah, like that's the role he plays for the team. Another one that I thought of was another baseball fight. It was the Yankees Red Sox in 2003, I believe. But it was an ALCS game. Pedro Martinez was pitching. He threw at a batter, and the ump awarded him first. After he took first, he tried to steal second, and kind of like what happened last night. Um, Instead of the tag being too hard, the second baseman thought the slide was too hard and kind of took exception to it. Started a whole fight, and next thing you know, the camera cuts to Pedro Martinez, and he literally has Don Zimmer, his head, bro, the Yankees manager. He has his head, and he throws him by his head. And this, like, I don't know how old he was, but dude, he looked like he was like 70, 75. This like old motherfucker starts rolling around on the ground because he just got thrown by Pedro Martinez. And dude, like all hell broke loose, dude. That shit was crazy. It was a playoff game, so like a lot of people saw it happen live, like crazy.
Could you imagine being at the game for like if you were at the game for the Malice and the Palace or like what like this fight, if you were just in the stadium, like all the way far away enough to where you were safe, but like you were just eating a bag of popcorn watching a brawl break out.
Yeah, dude, I don't think I've ever been at a game where like a fight's happened.
I was at a Flyers game once, like probably 8 years ago. Both goalies went the distance and like met in the middle of the field, and like there was other players fighting, but they some reason the goalies got involved.
Was that us versus the Penguins by chance?
It could have been, dude. I was young to the point where I like didn't really care about being at that
If it
game.
was, I
I was
kind of
just
feel
kind of
like I
going to
remember that.
go, and it ended up being a fight.
The only time I've ever been at a sporting event and there's been a fight has been like in the stands. Like players weren't a part of it. But I've been at like an Eagles game and seen two grown men like fight each other. Especially at the tailgates in the parking lot, dude. Like, how
Oh
are you
yeah,
fighting? We're not even in the stadium yet, dude.
right.
You're already out here fucking swinging for your life.
People like to fight, dude. People want smoke.
Dude, yeah, some people do, especially around Philly, dude. Some people just walk around pissed off,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are
dude.
just ready to go. Like, I dare you to say something to
Like,
me.
I swear to God, I've been in Philly before, walked past somebody, and it was just like this normal, like 35-year-old looking white dude. He was wearing like jeans and a hoodie, like not wearing the nicest clothes, not wearing shitty clothes, like just an average looking guy. And I walked past him, I'm just like, hey, because he like held the door for me or something, but he did something where I had to be like, thank you, or like, how you doing? So like I gave him a
Yeah.
head nod and was like, how you doing? And then, dude, I shit you not, he was just like, the fuck talking to me for? Because you just held the door for me, dog. That's why. Like, what do you mean? I just said
Good
like, how
thing
you doing? But dude, yeah, people just walk around angry, dude. Like,
people want smoke, man. People want smoke. The other fight that came to my mind, it's an older one. I was born in '99, but fight
Damn.
in '94 happened. Yeah, I was born. I'm a '99 kid, man. But soccer player Eric Quintana for Man United literally tried to fight the Crystal Palace fans. It was kind of like the Malice in the Palace, where like it's not player on player, it's player on fan. But I forget if he got caught, if he got like a yellow card or something, or like he was getting like taken out of the game because like he might have just got red card or something. But like he was getting escorted off the field from the refs, and like some of the Crystal Palace fans right down by the behind the net said some shit, and he all you see in the video is him like sprint away from the refs, and he does like a 2 kick drop kick. He literally goes like 2 cleats, and he's like in the air like sideways, and he does like a ninja kick straight to the fan's chest over the wall, and then gets up and starts just wailing arms. And then, by the time he got like 3, 4 swings out, like, his team and the rest were just like on top of him. Like,
That's funny, dude. I
yeah, you
actually, I
gotta see the
just,
video.
I just thought of another one. I don't know anything about it because I would like just saw a short clip of it, or like I was watching like craziest fights video on YouTube, like compilation, and it was in it. But it's like old school. The video's in black and white, but basically there's a dude, they're playing baseball, he's batting, and the pitch comes a little inside, so like he like jumps back out of the way, and right after he does it, like catcher catches the ball, and the batter just looks backwards, kicks the catcher just straight in the face, like pushes him
Oh, and
backwards,
then charges the
and then
mound.
sprints at the mound, dude, and
Yeah,
just
bro.
about all the smoke, dude.
Oh my god, what is that, dude? I
Dude,
gotta look
I've
this up.
seen that clip. I know nothing else about it except what happens. But yeah, dude, he just kicks the catcher right in the mask, makes him fall backwards, and then charges the mount. Like, what a legend.
Yo. Izzy Alcantara kicks the catcher. This is it. Dude, I remember this. This was one of the craziest clips
Dude,
ever.
nuts.
I thought it was fake the first time I saw it.
Nah, it's just wild. Yeah, I'm glad I
Is it
just thought of
blurry?
that, dude.
It's too blurry.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but glad I
It's
just
so
thought of that.
old. I think he kicked the catcher so that he didn't come running from behind him
Yeah,
while
so
he
like
was
he
going
didn't
to
come
try
get him. Yeah,
and fight the pitcher.
yeah. Hmm.
This is one of the most classic brawls in baseball. The history between Izzy and the pitcher, he approached his at bat with a plan, taking out the catcher and then charging the pitcher's mound.
Do
Like
you remember?
he was already plotting it like when he was walking to his at bat.
Do you remember when yeah, dude, honestly, that's some premeditated shit.
Yeah, like
Like he thought about that. He was like, next time somebody throws inside on me, I'm just drop kicking this catcher and they're getting the work on the mound, dude.
right. Like the inning prior, they like he was on deck and they ended the inning, like somebody flied out. And he was like walking back. He's like, all right, next inning's the inning. I'm gonna do it. Like, and then
Dude,
they come
facts.
back out. He's leading off the inning and just
He's like he looks back at the dugout, he's just walking to the plate, like, hey boys, watch this. Gets up there. Huh! Oh, dude, I just thought of another one too. Do you remember when Jonathan Papelbon like choked Bryce Harper? Or Bryce Harper choked Jonathan Papelbon? One of the two happened
yeah.
when they played for
What
the
something happened.
Nationals in the dugout, dude.
Apple
He just
Bond. Wait, they were
pinned him.
teammates?
Yeah, dude, over in Washington.
Oh shit.
And I think Papelbon choked Harper. He just pinned him against the back of the dugout, like arm on his throat, just like pinned him there. And they're screaming at each other. It's crazy,
Apple
dude.
Bond. What a name.
I mean, dude, Papelbon was a different breed, definition of a country boy. Every time he struck you out, he'd grab his dick. Like he didn't
Oh
care.
wow, whoa.
Yeah, no, he did though, dude. Every time he struck you out, he'd grab it and pull it up. Like let you know, like I got that. I got that thing on me, dude. Dude, he's a different breed, man. He's a different breed. He
Everybody
got
else
in
is like, nah,
trouble for it, dude.
I believe it.
When he was on the Phillies late in his career, he did it. And I forget what happened, but they like warned him if he does it again, he'll be in trouble. Next game, sure enough, fucking grabs his dick. And they're like, oh, well, now we got to find you, dude. Like, I don't know what you want us to do. But yeah, dude, nah, he's a different breed.
Stuff, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was fun to go down memory lane. I forgot about some of those fights.
The Andre Johnson one is crazy though, because that was in 2015, so I was like fucking like 15. It was like just starting high school. Like it was like when I
Dude,
was like
no, that was a
really
long
into
time
watching
ago.
football.
And that's probably one of the more iconic fights in our life in football, except the Odell Josh Norman fight.
That's another
And
one.
that dude, that when that happened, I watched that live as well. I
Yeah.
hate it. That made me hate Odell, and it made Josh Norman my favorite player. He's not anymore because he certainly got
That was
washed.
like one of the
But
if we did a category
at that
like the
time, he was
biggest
top corner. He was gross.
if we did like a category of the biggest cheap shots in sports history, that would be number
Well,
one,
that's
dude.
my issue. It's not even that he fought Josh Norman. It's the
It
fact
was a
he,
straight cheap shot,
yeah, like,
dude. I
dude,
thought
you
he like would
literally,
have like Josh Norman ate that hit, bro.
yeah,
He could have
he could
broke
have
his
literally
neck.
caused like brain damage, dude.
Yeah, he could have killed the guy
He just took the top of his helmet full speed into this fucking
and hit him
temple
on
of
the side, bro. And like
Josh
Josh
Norman's
Norman
head.
eats it. He eats it and gets
Well,
up. Like I
luckily he
was
had a
like,
helmet on. Luckily he didn't take it off.
yeah, dude, that would have been ugly.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Ugly.
that was definitely a good one too. But we're overdue for an ad break. So why don't we take a break? We'll come back. We'll have a little more lighthearted type of podcast, switch up the pace a little bit, but we'll be back to you after a message from our sponsors. Shank It Golf, the place you need to go for your golf needs. Find high quality golf apparel from hats, polos, t-shirts, and hoodies. Shank It Golf will deliver free on orders over $75, and Shank It Golf has a 30-day money-back guarantee. Shop at Shank It Golf for all your golf apparel needs and use coupon code Something Ain't Right. That's coupon code SOMETHINGAINTRIGHT. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So we wanted to change the pace. We wanted to get a little, a little more lighthearted, a little more fun. So why don't we go back to a segment that we did in, I believe, episode 2. Might have been episode 1. Go find out for us. Watch both. Let us know. But Mount Rushmore. It's basically a top 4. If you remade a Mount Rushmore, what would you put on it? This week we're doing the Mount Rushmore of average things. The most average things possible. How'd you want to do this? Did you want to do you list 4, I list 4? Do you want to alternate? It's up to you.
I don't care. I forget how we did it last time. I'm just kind of sus about how I was drinking a Coors Light and now I'm drinking a Corona.
Dude, there's this guy I work with from Venezuela. He only drinks Coronas. Shout out Ciro.
My old boss calls it Mexican piss.
Great. Great.
Let's
It's all right. That Coors Light you were drinking is the white man's piss, so it's all good.
yeah, that's like the guy who lives in the mountains. Um, I'll do my 4 and then you can take it. How about that? All right.
All right, yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Number 1, Mount Rushmore, things that are completely average. Number 1, on like the left side, I'll go left to right because I don't know who's in the left spot on the actual Mount Rushmore. Do not ask me that.
Me either. I had to Google how many people were on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can tell you there was 4. Jesus fuck. Holy fuck. All right. Wearing a bike helmet.
Dude, so average, dude.
So average.
And you mean for a bicycle, right?
Yeah, like
dude.
Yeah, like a bike, like
unless you're biking down like a highway where you can get nailed by a car. Other than that, dude.
Yeah, I'm picturing the bike like of your guy in your neighborhood who's just like going out for like a little evening bike ride, but he's got like the one that's got like the brow on it and it kind of like is shaped like that, you know, and he's got like maybe a reflective piece of clothing on with like a glove. It's like, dude, so average.
Well, dude, in Florida, for motorcycles, helmets are optional. So you'll see people riding motorcycles without helmets, and you're like, dude, you're a fucking idiot.
Going like 100.
Yeah, dude, like you look cool as shit, but like you're an idiot, dude.
Fucking
you're an idiot.
People. All right, second spot next to one, I don't know who's on next to Abraham Lincoln.
Who are the 4 presidents? It's Washington, Lincoln.
Roosevelt, Jefferson.
You tell me, dude.
I might have just blacked. I might have just blacked out.
You tell
Holy
me,
fuck!
dude.
My seventh grade history
Who'd you
teacher would
say?
be loving me
Jefferson
right
and
now.
who?
We about to Google it.
Oh, you said
Jefferson.
Jefferson and Roosevelt.
Yeah.
I feel like Jefferson's right. I don't know about Roosevelt.
Where's George Washington on
No, I
here?
said Washington,
Oh,
Lincoln.
you said. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Washington's
Washington, Lincoln.
definitely on there. Lincoln's definitely on there.
Ew. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
blacked
good.
out. I
That's
blacked
pretty
out.
good, dude.
All right, number 2 spot. That 5-second conversation you have with your neighbor.
Dude, on mine I have giving your neighbor a how you doing. Dude, that's hilarious. Literally my first one, giving your neighbor a quote, how you doing?
I have in parentheses, hey, how are you doing? I'm good. I'm doing good. You? Good. All right. That's what I wrote.
Dude, that's so average though. Like, you can't get more like average than that. Like, that's the most NPC like task we all do every day. Like, you see a stranger, you see your neighbor, you're literally like, "Hey, how you doing?"
And you like
You
kind of
don't
don't want to.
care
Yeah, you like don't really want to talk to him, but you still talk to him, and it's
because you
like,
don't care how their day's doing. They don't care how your day's going. So like, what the fuck are we talking for, dude?
hey, how you doing? How you been? Good, good. All right.
The worst is when you're like, "Hey, how you been, man?" And they're like, "Oh, so I have a story for you." And then you sit there for the next 30 minutes getting like
Yeah,
the
you're
worst story of all
that
time.
immediate next thought. You're like, fuck. Why did I ask how he's doing?
I'm not asking that next time, dude.
Next time it's yo.
Dude, that's hilarious. All right, so that definitely goes on the Mount Rushmore if we both had it.
That's going up there. That's
Yeah,
going
dude,
in like
that's
yeah,
average as fuck.
average as fuck. All right, number 4, next to 5-second conversation with your neighbor goes the state of Ohio.
Whew. Speaking of Jake Paul, the Paul brothers are from there. The only reason I would say so I'll debate you on this one only for two reasons, two people. Steph Curry was born in Ohio and LeBron James was born in Ohio. That's not too average to me.
That's pretty
I
special.
feel you though. Ohio, like the place itself,
It's
is
just a
like,
rant. Like when you're reading off the 50 states and you read over Ohio, you're kind of like, that's so
well,
average.
dude, there's a funny clip. Joakim Noah used to play in the NBA on the
Yeah, yeah,
Bulls.
yeah.
He he is a clip and he's like, because he said something bad about Cleveland. And they asked him, and he got a lot of bad press for it. And in an interview, they asked him, like, "Do you feel bad about your comments you made to Cleveland?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I wasn't even being disrespectful. All I was trying to say is when you go on vacation, you're going to California, New York, Philly, Miami, Toronto, you're going to all these other places. You ain't going to Cleveland. What the fuck is there to do in Ohio?" But dude, it's just a funny clip because he like doubled down, like, dude, no, it's fucking boring here.
Yeah. That's my number 3. And number 4, a vacuum. Just a vacuum.
Pretty average.
Not
Yeah,
good. It's not
nah.
really good. It's
Unless
not
it's a
bad.
Dyson.
It's not crazy. It's not bad. I'm just thinking your average fucking
Yeah, dude,
vacuum.
your
Your
regular
your
vacuum.
your regular
Your
everyday
fucking
vacuum.
2004 Daredevil vacuum. That's what we had in our house, a Daredevil,
A
dude. That's what the
Daredevil.
fuck it was called.
It like the one with like the paper bag kind of like bag.
Nah, dude, that's old school. I have used one of those before though at an
Yeah,
old
I still
job.
had one in my garage. My mom was actually yelling at my dad, "Can we throw this thing the hell
Well, no,
out,
dude, the
please?"
Daredevil was high tech, brother. It had a light on it, right? And listen to how like high tech this was for back in like 2004, bro. It had a light on it, and when you like pushed it, if it wasn't picking anything up off the carpet, the clean light was on. And if you were going over something, like if you were picking stuff up, bro, the dirty light was on, so you knew you had to keep vacuuming it. And it was pretty, dude. In 2004, that's pretty fucking high
Yeah,
tech, dude.
the people who created that were like, "Yo,
Dude, they thought they were the shit. They thought, dude,
yeah."
they were like, yeah, we just did that. That was us. They're gonna go
To
to the
the
bars and be
competition.
like, yo, honeys, you hear what we just did? What's that?
Guy pulls it out. He's like, "Look at this vacuum."
See this light? Watch it turn colors.
Oh my god, dude, vacuum. How do you compete in the vacuum industry?
Not with that, dude.
You throw an automated light that tells you if you got to keep going or not.
Yeah, everybody else couldn't compete with that until they came out with those fucking robots that do it themselves.
NPCs.
Do vacuum. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a pretty good average list.
So
Average
average.
average Mount Rushmore. So obviously my number one, I already said, we'll get it out of the way. I'm giving your neighbor a how you doing. We already covered it. I think it's
So average.
absolutely hilarious that we both had it on there.
It's it's so average.
It's probably the most average thing we all do, dude.
I love how you described it too, like just an NPC fucking the
That's
most
all it is,
NPC
dude.
thing that we do.
It's all it is. It's like the easiest side quest we're all faced with.
We like do it without thinking about doing it, you know?
I know, dude. That's like, dude, honestly, I'm gonna be real. If I see like a guy neighbor, I just give him like a head nod. Maybe I'm like, so
Right.
if it's a girl, I'm like, hey, how you doing? And then they always like tell a story and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You just gotta be polite. You don't want them thinking my neighbor's an asshole.
Right. You can't walk past and say nothing.
Next, I think this should be the first one. This is the most left president, which I'm pretty sure is George Washington. This is my George Washington breathing. It literally doesn't get more average than that. I mean, I get it's not average because we need it for life, but like
Right.
in the sense of like everybody in the world does it, and everybody in the world does it like thousands and thousands and thousand times a day. That like it's so average, bro.
It's
So average.
average. It's average.
Next, we got sorry to my boy Ish, the kid I used to work with, it was still close with, play basketball with him down here in Florida. He went and got a job at this next place I'm about to take a shit on. The most average thing, most average car, Mitsubishi, dude. You cannot get more
Mitsubishi.
average than a Mitsubishi. Like
Yeah.
when somebody says like, yo, what is the most average car? It is either like Toyota Corolla or a Mitsubishi.
Yeah, bro. Like I literally just picture like one of them 1996 Mitsubishis, and it's like an old like an old looking sedan, and it's just like so average. There's like no anything involved in it. Like
Nah,
there's no design play, there's no glitter, there's no like there's no like and it's average.
it's
It's
dude,
average.
it's the best way to put it. Average. And for my last one, I
Wait. Did your boy Ish drive in Mitsubishi? Is that what I'm picking up?
he got a job there. He went to go be a car
Oh,
salesman at
he's working
Mitsubishi.
for Mitsubishi. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Is that an average job? That's pretty fucking
I'll tell you
average.
what, man.
Selling cars.
I'll
Yo,
tell you
selling
what
cars.
though. I'll tell you
Average.
what, he's been showing me his checks haven't been average. I'll tell you that. My man's been doing pretty well over there.
Being a car salesman. Average.
You make a lot of money in sales, man.
Yeah, my cousin did it too. He made a good penny. It's worth a shit ton.
And then my last one, I've said I've had this opinion on this podcast before, I believe in episode 1, but my last spot on the Mount Rushmore of most average things is Justin Herbert. He is the most overrated, most average quarterback, besides maybe Kirk Cousins and besides maybe Daniel Jones.
For cousins, dude.
And Daniel Jones. I feel like
Daniel Jones.
that's just because they give dad vibes, though. Like Justin Herbert doesn't give dad vibes. He's just average.
Justin Herbert gives me like frat boy vibes.
Yeah, but he's not good, man. And I get like every
He's
year
not like
his
he's not really good and he's not really bad. He's fucking average.
yeah, he's never won a playoff game in his career.
Yeah,
His
that's
receivers
crazy.
get hurt a lot on him, which isn't really his fault, but gotta persevere, man. Next man up. Like even when Keenan was out last year, they had still have Mike Williams and they still had that
Bro, they were
Palmer.
up. They were up like 24-0 on the Jags, weren't they?
Yeah, and the Jags can't do it. It was like 24-0 or like 31-3 or something like that.
Something crazy, and Trevor Lawrence popped off.
28-3, 28-7. Dude, yeah, it was a big lead though. And then I think it was 28 to something because I think they finished with 31 points. I think they only got one more field goal
Yeah, it was
in
like
the second
31 to
half.
34 final or something.
So yeah, dude, it was that was a hell of a game. But yeah, man, that's my Mount Rushmore. Giving your neighbor how you doing.
I
Breathing,
love that.
Mitsubishi,
I
and
might go
Justin Herbert.
outside real quick and just see if my neighbor's out there, just so I can be like, "Yo, how you doing?
How's that Mitsubishi been?
Yo, how's that Mitsubishi in the state of Ohio? You got a vacuum? You want to go for a bike ride?"
He'll be like, nah, I actually got a press conference. I gotta go watch
Nah,
Justin Herbert.
it's like fuck. We're average. Had to have the most average day ever.
That would
Watch,
pretty much get the job done.
watch Justin Herbert in the state of Ohio with your neighbor with bike helmets on, vacuuming.
With bike helmets on.
All right, let me take it down to the next segment. Um, Another repeat segment. I think we did this in episode 3. 20 questions.
Oh,
For those of who listened to that episode, you come to find out that Kevin actually took Fred and I down. The word was poker chips, and I think Fred's fourth question was, "Can you have sex with it?" So,
it was, dude. And then his next question was, would I get in trouble if I showed a child? So I think he was after one specific thing.
oh shit. So yeah, Kev took us down. I feel like Kev this time around, not having Fred, we'd love to have him here, but
Miss you,
Kev,
Freddie.
Kev, you might be at an advantage because you get to, really just lock in
I'm
and
always
play
locked,
your own
baby.
game. You can play your own game and not have to worry about somebody asking if you can bang it. Um, I
I mean,
got my I got my
I might
20
ask it.
questions.
So,
I got my answer. Start asking.
um, is it a person?
No.
You got to keep count of my questions.
All right.
Is it a place?
No.
Is it a thing?
Yes.
Would I find it in your house?
Yes.
Would I find it in the kitchen?
Yes.
Oh, we're cooking. No
Can I
pun
answer?
intended.
Wait, can I answer with maybe? I'm
Yeah.
answer. Yeah, that one maybe.
What, in the
Maybe.
kitchen? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I could find it in multiple rooms of the house. Like, all right, let me rephrase that.
Is
I
that
could.
another question or
It's another question, but let me rephrase it. I could find I could find it in multiple rooms, not meaning I can find one single one in the room. Like for example, you could technically find this water bottle in any room, but that's not I'm not asking if you can find it in any room. I'm asking could
right,
you
right.
go like if I walked around your house, could I find multiple of them in different rooms?
Yeah,
Is it something you purchase for your house, like in a store?
no. 20 questions is so much.
Well, and I get 20 questions and then I get to guess at 21. So
Yeah.
how many am I at?
You're about to ask your 8th question.
Is it considered a decoration?
No,
Is it in every single house?
maybe. But I really want to say yes.
Well, because I was thinking windows and like yes, windows would be on every house. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, maybe it might be in every house. And it's not something you purchase for your house in a store. And you can find it in multiple rooms. Does it is it a tool? Like does it help you accomplish something else?
No.
This is harder than anticipated,
It's
dude.
hard, bro. When you get around question 10, like you're about to ask your 11th question,
Dude,
it
this
gets
is
fucking hard.
yeah, like I was cooking at first, but I've been on a lot of no's like recently. This is hard.
But you're knocking things off. You just got to think, outside the box a little bit here.
It's not something you buy for your house in a store and it's not a decoration. Dude, so it's got to be like some like the windows or like the walls or the doors. But you said maybe every house has it. Like every house almost should have it, but he can't guarantee it. Dude. um
And it's not like the house structure has it. It's just because you're asking me, is it in the house? You know what I'm
and
saying?
you said yes, it is, right?
You can find it in multiple rooms in your house, maybe.
Could you find it outside the house?
Yes. There you go. Good question, Kev. You gotta think outside the house, bro. He started this house bullshit like 7 questions ago.
It took me a minute. So you can find it inside the house or outside the house.
There you go. Your brain. I just saw your brain go like, holy fuck.
Is it only found at houses? Can you find it at like other places?
That's what you just asked me, isn't it?
No, I don't think I asked that.
You just asked me, can you find it outside the house? I said, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking just like in the yard or something. I wasn't
No,
thinking.
bro, get off the property. Like, can you find it on the front porch?
Oh, I'm fucked. It's not even on the property. Um,
Mm. It's not that it's not on the property. You can find it, like, find it in your house, find it on the back porch, the fucking backyard, but you can also find it in the fucking outside of the property that you're talking about.
is it natural or is it man-made?
It's natural. Yeah.
Is
You
it
better
living?
you're
Is it living? Like grass is technically living. Is it living?
um hold
Oh,
on.
he's thinking about this one. That means this shit's so obscure, dude.
Tough question to answer. Hold on. All right. No,
It's not living,
it's not living. You're about to ask your 14th question.
but you had to Google if it was living or not. I'm so lost.
It's
Did you
so
do that
hard.
just to mess with me? Like,
No, I had to actually like get a Google answer on that because I didn't want to like guess. I didn't want to use Wikipedia as my dictionary as an excuse.
dude, it's not living. Is it always the same? And you can't purchase it in the store. It's natural and it's borderline not living. Dude, what did you think of? Do we like have you used one? Have all right. Have you seen this item or touched this item in the last 24 hours yourself?
Yes.
Is it I guessed before, right? It just counts as a question.
Yeah.
Is it like something that falls off something that's living? AKA a
Yes.
pine cone or an acorn? All right. Is it a pine cone?
No.
What question number am I at?
You're about to ask your 17th.
Is it an
Yes.
acorn? Is it an acorn?
No.
It falls off trees. You don't know if it's living.
I never said it falls off trees.
Yeah, you did 2 questions ago. My question was, does it fall off a living thing? You said yes.
Yes, but that doesn't mean trees, bro.
What else would it fall off of? That's living. That's natural. Could you have sex with it?
Oh God. He's phoning a friend.
Nah,
Yeah, you're about to answer you got 18, 19, 20, and then a guess.
it falls off a living thing. That's not a tree, apparently. Is it hair?
Bingo.
It is. Let's go. Let's
Yes.
go.
Attaboy.
Dude, that was difficult. What question was that? 19 I got it on?
18. You were just looking away. You were looking away, and I was sitting here like this.
Were you? Oh yeah, I
I
was
was, I
looking
was
out the
like,
window, dude.
I was nodding to the camera,
I
playing
was
playing games with
focused.
you,
I
playing
was
games for the viewers
I
that
was
watch YouTube.
focused. Damn. Because I was like, dude, the only thing I can think about that falls off a living thing would be like hair or like a
I had to
fucking
look it up.
acorn.
It says inside the body, the cells of a piece of hair are alive, but once the hair reaches the skin surface, it's no longer living.
Dude, I would have said no immediately. To me, hair's not borderline. Like it makes sense to Google as like an
It
acorn
grows though.
alive.
It's growing.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like a weird question, bro.
I guess.
It's like grass. Grass grows and it's living.
So that's 2-0 for your boy.
Mm-hmm. Good shit, Kev.
Yes,
Good
sir.
shit. You were so close, bro. Like you were like one question away.
Yeah, you almost had me, dude.
All
You
right.
almost had me.
Let me jump to our final segment of the episode this week.
Yes, sir.
Um we do our episodes on Sundays. Everybody love or hate Sundays. Me, I'm a Sunday type of guy. It's part of the
Me too,
weekend.
man. I love Sundays.
Sundays are the most chill day in the week in my eyes. Saturdays are kind of busy. You might have some plans. Sundays usually you got them like less filled than others. But our segment this episode ended up is best ways to spend your Sunday. um, I'll let you wrap it up, Kev. So I'm gonna just get mine in. I did mine in kind of like a morning, lunch, dinner type of time period. Like I broke it down into 3 separate sections. For the morning, the best way that I could spend a Sunday, either sleeping in for a little bit, not really worrying about getting up and doing something, or just going out to golf with the boys to start the day, which is what I did today. I teed off at like 8 o'clock this morning. After that, around lunchtime, hitting a brewery with the girl, going out with the girl for lunch or something on a Sunday. It's a solid move. What are you laughing at?
Because
Am I
literally
just
the first two on my list are golfing and beer.
around lunchtime though? Like burgers, you could do burgers on the
Dude,
grill or
you
something.
copied my list.
We're just average
my
people,
third
bro.
one is barbecue.
We're both white kids from Pensacola, New Jersey.
Golfing, beer, and barbecue. All right, we're 3 for 3. If you have number 4.
And then dinner time, like watching the sports game at night.
Watching football is what I have for mine, dude.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all next week. Good episode.
Dude, the only one I have left that you didn't say yet is recording our podcast, and you already said that in the beginning.
Solid Sunday.
So
Solid
yeah,
Sunday.
we literally have the same ideal Sundays.
What's the worst way you can spend a Sunday? We're just gonna impromptu this real quick. Could you imagine like spending your Sunday yeah, I don't know, like your work schedule. I got my work schedule. Like I used to do this in school all the time. Like when assignments were due on a Monday, you would wait the whole fucking weekend and start them on like Sunday night. That's like the worst way to spend your Sundays.
Yeah, that
Out
sucks.
Like a 3-page essay, bro.
That sucks for sure.
Blow.
Dude, well, for me, I don't know the last time you went to church, but for me,
I haven't gone in years.
For me, it's not going to church. That's not a bad way to spend a Sunday. But for me, a terrible way to spend Sunday is when somebody invites you to church and you go to church with them, which is cool. But then after church, they want to do a bunch of things. They want to like go to breakfast, go shopping. It's like, no, we went to church. Let's just go home. Like it's Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm trying to enjoy my day. Like, because I usually don't do anything on Sundays except this podcast, dude. Like
Yeah,
it's the only day of the week I'm guaranteed to have off. I literally make sure I don't have to do anything, like not even a load of
right.
laundry.
I
Like I
like it because
just
it gives me something
relax.
to do. Like if I wasn't doing this right now, what would I be doing? I'd probably just be chilling, you know.
Yeah.
I want to hear comments. I want to hear like, you know, my friends who watch this, whoever, our listeners. I need some feedback. Like, how do y'all spend your Sundays?
Give us
Because like,
feedback on everything, man. Give us feedback if you like the topics we're covering, suggest topics, tell us how we're doing, tell us what your favorite parts are, what the parts you hate the most are. We're just, we're only 6 episodes deep into this podcast. We've never hosted a podcast before. I feel like we're doing a
yeah,
great job, but we are trying to learn and get better, obviously. So, you
we're like
know,
little babies. We're just like learning as we go. Um, and I like it though because we're chill as shit. We don't really expect much. You know, obviously
bitch, I'm a little
we sh-
baby.
we show up and we like put it together. We want it to be nice, you know. But we are like, you know, a true group, especially when Fred's here. A
Yeah,
true
man, we
group
need
of just
Freddie back. He's been going through a lot, so prayers for him and his
yeah, bro.
family.
But like we really are a chill group of guys. Just kicking back on a Sunday, bro. This is like the best thing I think I've started. Creative, you know, just being me with you guys. It's fun, man. It
Yeah,
gives me
man.
structure. It gives me structure. You got to have structure in life. Okay.
You
You
gotta
got to
have
have fucking
what? Gotta
structure in
have
life.
structure.
Like, you got to have structure in life, man.
Yes, sir. Well, that's another episode. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to check out our socials. It would mean a lot. You would have saw that we weren't having an episode last week. Go check us out on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. We cover them all. Go like, subscribe, comment, follow, whatever it is. We
Yeah.
appreciate you listening.
Put some structure in y'all's lives and follow and listen every Sunday.
Yes, sir.
How about
Yes,
that?
sir. At, just turn us on, clean the house. Good vibes
Yeah,
all
bro.
day, man.
Dude, my boy Pete literally hit me up in like his middle of the day the other day. Like it was like 2 in the afternoon. He's like, "Yo, I was just driving to the gym. You guys had me dying on this clip." Like if he was listening to episode 1, like worst features of technology, and he was talking about like the DIY vasectomy.
Oh, worst ways to spend money? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Or not, yeah, worst ways to spend money. What did I say? Technology.
Yeah, well, that was another segment we did in a later episode.
Yeah, no, worst ways to spend money. The DIY vasectomy kit.
Yeah, dude. No, we got some good clips. Go check out our YouTube shorts, our TikToks, our Instagram reels. We appreciate you guys listening. That's another episode. Hopefully next week Freddie can be back. It's always a pleasure. We'll see you guys next week.
I'm gonna go watch Kirk Cousins and White